Thank you for joining us for this is the final medal event of the weekend, and I've got to say that on paper it's looking like a fantastic race. We've got the men's K1 5000. Pimenta can keep his boat together because unfortunately in Szeged he busted his rudder and he pulled out, and it really left Mads Pedersen by himself for the majority of the race. I think if these two can keep their boats intact, it could be a fantastic performance between the pair of them. They're so used to racing each other now, not just at 5,000, but in marathon racing as well. They had a fantastic battle last year in Portugal, and they're underway now, and it is a really big mass start. And look at that. There's a lot of people jostling there for the lead because you want to be near the front, because if you're near the midfield, when you get to that first portage, you're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, it's so rough, sort of a couple meters back from those front groups with all the wash. It's really hard to catch back up if you've fallen off. So I think they'll all try and stay on that front group into the first portage.
So Pimenta out where he so often wants to be, leading this field. Now, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but over the previous couple of years, his portages have left a little bit to be desired. He still managed to go on and win, but it was one of the most underwhelming portages that I've ever had the great misfortune to watch in the history of canoe marathon.
Yeah, he also got unlucky a few weeks ago in Szeged.
Yep.
Having a swim around the turn cans, so it looks like he's got away clean here.
He's looking good at this stage. And that is it. The Vold brothers, I think they're both there. And there you can see Mads Pedersen there, back in about 5th position, and Pofler, the German, sitting in 4th. So that is a quality top 5 at the moment. There's Pedersen there, getting his boat in the water. Won gold last week, of course, 2 weeks ago in Szeged. So this week he's got a bit more work to do. Last week he had the race to himself after the first portage, but this time Pimenta's managed to get in and out of the water. It's a long time, I would think, Stuart, since Fernando Pimenta has been at a World Cup event where he hasn't won a single individual gold medal. I know he won it in the mixed K2 this morning, but he had his colours lowered. He won a silver in the 1,000. He won a silver in the 500. So knowing what makes Fernando Pimenta tick, he would be very, very desperate to win a gold medal here.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best things about Pimenta. He's always there the whole weekend, all the way to the 5K, and he never sort of stops going. So I think he'll really want to take a win. He doesn't look like he's letting anyone take the lead in this race yet.
So Pimenta leading from the Vold brothers, Nico Pofler there, and there's Mads Pedersen just sitting back in 5th position at the moment. Looks like he might be sporting a new do. I suppose there would be a little bit of that communication, would there? Would they telegraph to each other where they're going to go?
I mean, maybe the Vold brothers are having a chat.
Yep.
Trying not to block each other at the portage. Mads is going in with 3 on the right-hand side here.
So Pimenta, here we go again. Let's see how he goes this time. He's in and out. He's got the chance to knock someone over here, but he doesn't take that opportunity. He's through there. He's got the Norwegians, and Pedersen looks like he's moved ahead of Pofler, the German. So let's see how they go getting into the water. So Pimenta in first. John Vold next to him. Elvin Vold over the other side of the pontoon. Pedersen is now in, but he's got a little bit of traffic jam there, and Pofler now slipping back into 5th position, but there is not much. In fact, Pofler looks like he's had some trouble. Looks like Nico Powerful's rudder may have gone. We'll try and see in a moment, but he looks like he had a bit of trouble there. Pimenta now looking over his shoulder. So suddenly we're down to 4. Pedersen's boat, I think. He knows that he's right there with him. Pedersen's switching sides now. Looks like he's going to the left. What do you think that's all about, Stuart?
I'm not sure. He did the same thing the other way on the previous lap. I think he's been watching Pimenta. Maybe he wants to get in on the other side.
So Pimenta's got the opportunity here, and looks like he's going to take it to force Pedersen wide. Let's see if he swaps sides, because the last 2 times Pimenta has gone to the right-hand side. No, he's done it again this time. He's gone to the same spot. So they're going to get out of the water almost at the same time. Pimenta out now. Pedersen.
Complete change from Pedersen.
Complete change, and oh, look at this. They've almost come together on the pontoon. The Vold brothers are still there, but it's these 2 powerful athletes, Fernando Pimenta and Mads Pedersen. This is what we were hoping for, and it's Pedersen who gets into the water the better. Pedersen has made his move. We knew it would come at some stage. The 3rd portage is where he's decided to really try and put this race to bed. Pimenta will not give up, though. You can see there, he's right on his tail again. But Pedersen, he will now that he's in front, you know that he will try and break this race apart.
He's done it before. He's certainly got the legs for a lot longer than 5 kilometers. So
yep.
We'll just see if he has the speed to keep it away from Pimenta.
Yeah,
maintaining the gap for now, but
yeah, we need to remember Pimenta has had a big day today. He's had a lot of paddling. Pedersen, I think, has had a much smaller program than Pimenta. Will it make a difference? He hadn't given up, but he sort of felt that maybe, you know, the Marathon World Championships would have to be his main focus this year, but I think his 1,000 here was a little bit better. But I suspect that, I mean, he's just so good at the 5,000 and so good at the marathon. Look at that, sweet. Oh, got a little bit of water there, not too much to worry about, but he's got time. Now, what can Pimenta do? Has he got any tricks up his sleeve to try and bridge this gap? It'll be a huge performance for Fernando Pimenta to come back now. There's only one more portage to go. So, Fernando Pimenta, not a great place to be, looking at Mads Pedersen pulling away from you with 2 more laps to go. Doesn't look tired at all, does he?
He's certainly determined to get away, and so far he seems to have done it.
So Pedersen is first, Pimenta's second. We haven't had an update on the 3rd position. I assume it's one of the Vold brothers sitting in 3rd position. That is Mads Pedersen there. He would need to do something very crazy from here on in to lose this gold medal.
Broken into sprint yet, so it's good to see him really making inroads into the sprint team.
So that would have been, he would have still been a junior then, almost, wouldn't he? 2017 would it have been?
Yeah, I think we're around the same age. So yeah, junior, just getting into under 23.
Yep. So here he comes down for the final portage of this men's K1 5000. It's going to be back-to-back World Cup gold medals for Mads Brand Pedersen from Denmark. Fernando Pimenta, I think, knows that there's nothing he can do now. He can't make up this distance. Pedersen taking no chances, slides back into the boat, and off he goes. He'll get the sound of the bell in his ears in just a moment. He's going to lap a couple of paddlers as well. And there's Fernando Pimenta. He tried hard. He put down the challenge. He tried to make it hard for Pedersen, but in the end it was that third portage, I think it was, wasn't it? Portage
Yeah,
number
yeah.
3, where Peterson made the decisive move. So Mads Peterson has a... I mean, the only thing that could go wrong here is if a couple of these slower boats in front of him causes him some issues, but Peterson's too experienced for that. He'll stay right out of their way. Is there etiquette? What's the etiquette here, Stuart? Do they have to get out of the way?
Yeah, I think they'll certainly get out of the way, especially since it's the last lap. I don't think Mads will be looking for a wash at this stage, so I think he'll just cruise right by them. You can see them here on the outside.
Now has clear water between himself and the finish line for Mads Brandt Peterson. Has a look over his shoulder. Fernando Pimenta is a speck in the distance. And just has another look just to make sure, but he's got this under control. Oh, and another look as well. Maybe you can't spot him, but he's there. He's well back. And Mads Brandt Peterson. It'll be fascinating to see this year where he ends up. I mean, we hope that the young man can get a decent crack at maybe trying to get to the Paris Olympics. He's still young though. He's got plenty of opportunities in front of him.
Yeah, he's got some more years in him yet, and obviously when you're competing with Rene Paulsen for that 1,000-meter spot, it's no easy task, but he's certainly coming through strong.
So Peterson now coming down to the finish line. I thought he was looking up to find where everyone else was, but I think he was looking up at the big screen, just making sure that everything was in place. You don't want, the last thing you want is like have boogers on your face or something like that when you're coming down to the finish line. He's just making sure now with the tongue he's got no boogers. I don't want boogers on under my nose.
Smiling for the camera.
Smiling for the camera. There's Pimenta. He's had a long, tough weekend, Fernando Pimenta. He's going to take another silver medal home. It'll be his 3rd silver for the weekend. But congratulations, Mads Pedersen. Yep, you are the champion, no doubt about that. You are the World Championship favourite for sure for later this year. Pimenta just making sure nobody's going to sneak up on him as he comes down now for another silver medal for the big Portuguese rock star. Comfortably in 2nd. We haven't seen who is in 3rd. It was one of the Vold. Right, there we go. Is that 3rd now, crossing line? It looks like it might be John Vold, is it?
There's a race for 4th.
A very good race for 4th as well.
The other Vold brother.